be able to put the Valtra on the merge. I suppose actually the other advantage with doing these cultivation contracts, there were only 4 of them. I picked up all 4. Once we've done the merge, I can put this on a worker to finish the last however many contracts we have left, and I can bail up the hay contracts as we're going. And as I said, I might take one of the local baling wrapping, what is that? That's silage contracts. Baling for silage. I could take one of those. There's one very close to the farm, so it's not going to be too much hassle getting it all delivered. And I can set the Valtra off doing that, because that's cut and merge and then bale and wrap. And delivery's not far, so that's my prime thing. Yesterday we had 2.5 cartloads of hay down by the store, so that's carting that all the way across the map. And then the field that was at this end, I think it was field 2, had less than a cartload. But 3 trips to the other 2 fields, that took a lot of time, comparatively speaking. It did occur to me I could get a square baler. I think the auto load on the trailer works regardless of what bales you're loading. Any size, any shape, it will stack. But I could do hay bales and straw bales with the square baler. They would be bigger, more voluminous, so less trips required. And I don't have to stop when using the square baler, which you do have to with the round baler. This is, I think, going to be annoying because we're making 10% of the contract every up and down the field, and the field is now getting shorter as we progress down, so I might have to turn around again and do like 5% of a row to actually get this field done. We shall see. Up until now, that would have put me on 95%. Also depends on how badly I overlap. Still, let's drink some tea before it gets cold. So, estimate wasn't too far off. Valtra still has about 6 minutes to run. Go on, tell me I'm done. I'm not kidding, we're literally 99% done. There we go. I will crash into the hedge. That's a good plan. Okay, let's claim that one. free. I mean, they don't pay much, but it gives me something to do while mowing's happening, and I try and avoid doing too much mowing on camera because it seems to be what our farm is centered around most of the time. So if I was to do these in numerical sequence, I think the next field would be completely the opposite side of the map. What I will do is, those are the mowing fields. That's one of them. I thought I saw one up there flashing. But 72 and 75. Okay, set destination. We should just be able to say go there, and it should do, and it shouldn't have any difficulties whatsoever with that transition. Meanwhile, still have that to bring home. That opened, and back this out. So I think I'll just dump this in the middle of the yard. Need the tedder. And basically the deal with this is I can get this all ready to go before the Valtra's finished. It has missed a couple of end bits here. It is what it is. Okay, let's set up centre first, blah de blah. Indeed, back. And we are starting this one from the top corner. And because it's doing centre first, there is actually enough room to get around. Oops. Sort of, kinda. 3 minutes till the Valtra is complete. No timing, obviously, on... that's a problem. Where the heck am I? We're actually at our destination. Well, there you go. I think when I put the go-to destination, I planted it a little bit too close to the hedgerow. Okay, so I should be able to just set that loose. And like I said, it's going to be going across the middle of this field, so I can bring the Valtra through on the edge of that, along there to the exit. And dude, where are you going? Oh, field is a little bit on diagonal, or not, a little bit off the straight and narrow, so that's why he's doing this weird stuff. Keep going. Go. Yes. Okay, so field is not perfectly square, and I think the course play angle that it took is also 92 degrees, not exactly running along the line. But anyway, let me get this running. How much longer has the Valtra got? Oh, about 17 seconds. How about we go trek on the Valtra? And I think, you know, proximity to the farm, we'll leave this on reverse drive. Does mean we travel a little bit slower, but not in a hurry. Renault's probably reached the 2 points where the field didn't get mowed properly. Well, no, it hasn't. Okay. We'll do a thing here. And cut that and cut that. Brilliant. And we should probably refuel this thing. We're still at 81% maintenance, so that's good. I think we cleaned the mower yesterday. We'll at least dispense with that for now, because good likelihood I'm going to want to do another field mowing later. We did get started quite early this morning. I slept till 6 and it's still quite bright out. I'm not sure I left enough space for the other thing that's out there at the moment. That's not a problem though. Although, no, actually I do want to make sure that the header gets put away properly. So I'm not actually sure how much money we're going to make today. But we should end up with a goodly amount. And we'll have to park this off the field so that the Renault can get by. You're doing your thing and I'm now doing my thing. Yes. So back we go with cultivating again. I ended up hauling the bales with the class. It's got a better speed than the Renault and better haulage capabilities. I'm going to say this way is probably the way I want the rows to go. However, we have another tree line at the top here. So, big headland. Don't need to worry too much about that. Unless I miss bits. There we go. So I'll do the top here. I'll go down the field along this edge, which I think is gonna be close to a cardinal. and then I'll run 2 headlands or 2 rows along the bottom to give us some turnaround space. This is not a cardinal either. Okay, this is just an awkward shape or awkwardly rotated field, which normal in-game workers probably would have issues with. 243 degrees. 270 minus 4. Yeah, it's not even an eighth of a circle. But this edge and the bottom look to be approximately 90 degrees, so that'll give us a good area to turn around here. And then the Renault's still going, got 5 minutes. That's fine. So once the Renault's done, what are we at? We're at 8 o'clock in the morning already, so we've already gone for 2 hours. Which isn't bad. 2 hours mowing. And we've completed all of the mowing. I will swing this along to the entrance to the field so that we end up with a double row along this entire length. I wonder how much this field costs. A little bit further out. But then so are those arable fields to the south of our farm, but they're still convenient. You can, the grass field entrances along that farm track, and I think the arable fields are along the same access point. It's not like we're really going out of their way all that much. I'll get this row done, and we can start on the up and downs. Need to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, as I said, Mrs. Osa, teenage Osa, got up early yesterday morning to make Thanksgiving food. All the rest of it. I think we'd already done the pies Wednesday. All the stuff that doesn't need to be hot. Deviled eggs, that kind of thing, and then all of the potatoes and the sweet potatoes and the green bean casserole and all of that stuff got cooked yesterday. From about 9 o'clock in the morning. But this morning nobody's got anything to do, so hey, I get to get up early, I get to play a bit of farm sim, and everybody else sleeps in. And like I said, there's really not a lot in the way of plans. I think Mrs. Osa and Osa need, or teenage Osa need to clean the church either today or tomorrow, but no rush on that because there's no events at church until Sunday. And once I'm done here, I will probably need to lie down for about 20 minutes to let my back decompress and relieve some of the pressure. So, actually, I don't know how many farm sim folks play with a wheel. I'm fairly certain Virtual Farmer and Daggerwing both play with a wheel. You can hear Daggerwing's wheel whirring in the background on his videos. But I know there are some that prefer, I just veg out on a sofa in front of a big screen with the computer plugged into it and use a console, hand control thing, whatever they're called. Me, I'm kind of one of these people that I'm driving a vehicle, I need to use a steering wheel to do it. I found it. I bought Farm Sim 17 because it intrigued me after watching a video by Earl Grey, who only ever did the one. He was, at the time, he was a World of Warships streamer, and then he got a job with wargaming in Russia, so he went to Russia and learned how to speak Russian, and he doesn't work for them anymore, but that was what he did. But he decided to release a hey, I just got this game and I'm going to share my initial thoughts on it video. And I looked at it and thought, actually that doesn't seem to be too bad, maybe I will buy it too. And I bought it and I played it for probably a week or two before I decided I need a steering wheel. It's really difficult driving a tractor up and down. Well, actually, first things first, I'll plug in my joystick. And joysticks have forward, back, left, right, and then a rotation normally. And I couldn't coordinate braking and turning to avoid crashing into things. I was constantly crashing into things and accelerating into things because I was trying to steer to avoid them and was pushing forward on the stick harder, so whatever I was driving went faster. And holding the stick in a position to get a precise drive speed, also not easy. Probably have done better if I'd known about cruise control at the time, because with that you can set your speed to 5 miles an hour, engage the cruise control, and you don't accelerate and brake. The problem is I have a tendency to push forward and pull back on a joystick, and that breaks cruise control. But also the proportional steering was possible with the joystick. It was just the whole faster, slower thing that I was struggling with. So at that point I decided, probably a month in, I'm going to need a steering wheel. No two ways about it. I can't drive a vehicle. It's just completely alien to drive a vehicle with a joystick. Now, some of the 90s kids probably could drive a vehicle with a joystick. But me, not so much. So at that point I bought a steering wheel. Now, I understand that really tractors don't really use foot pedals for accelerating and braking. They have, let's turn that annoying panel off, they have a shuttle control, so that's kind of like a HOTUS throttle that you can get for joysticks if you're doing serious flight sim. So that's kind of a thought. Maybe what I really want is although that said, you know, if I'm driving something like a truck or a off-roader or something like that, I'm still going to want to use pedals. And if I'm playing truck sim, which I haven't been for a long while, pedal controls are easier, but just not using pedal controls in a tractor or harvester. So I may be looking at the Thrustmaster farm stick sometime soon. We'll have to see about that. And what other money we're spending on, because we spent a lot of money in cars this last year, and we're trying to build up our savings to recoup what we spent. And it wasn't just buying new cars or whatever. We had the Chevy hit a suicidal deer, which it was off the road for a while. Then we got it back, and there was a lot of sort of undetected issues with steering, drivetrain, and all that sort of thing, that we paid a few thousand to fix those, but then it transpired actually there's lots and lots of stuff going on under the hood, so we decided we'll get rid of it and we'll get something that hasn't crashed into a deer. So swapping the cars out, that cost a couple of thousand. Meanwhile, the Saab needed a little bit more maintenance because it was being used more frequently, and so that cost us a few thousand to fix some unexpected issues. Cold corned beef hash, why not turkey sandwiches? I guess. I must admit, I don't see... A lot of the people I watch aren't concentrating on teaching you how to drive a tractor in the real world, and you know, a lot of them tend to have fairly old equipment. So I know Tom Pemberton hasn't bought the latest electronic wonder in his new case because his dad doesn't like that sort of thing. So he's bought something that has the levers for the, what is it? The thing that's not electronics. I can't remember. Fluid. The fluid systems that English words. So tomorrow will be turkey sandwich day.